Hey everyone, it is Brittney from The Pretty Plus, and this is my first video of the new year. I'm super excited to bring it to you because I have wanted to, I guess, kind of bring more of what I'm actually doing in my life instead of trying to focus on, oh, my blog is mainly plus size fashion and a little bit of lifestyle. I want to talk about the things that I'm really passionate about, and right now my heart is in budgeting. So I have a series of some budgeting videos that I want to talk about, just things that have really worked for me. I want to kind of explain how I budget, how my husband and I have already paid off thousands of dollars in debt in just the last 6 months. And this video is focusing on using what you have and using a minimal amount of money for groceries. So it has to do with meal planning. I don't know if you frequent videos like this, then you would know I'm doing like a no spend in January, which basically means my husband and I aren't going out to eat unless it's already been budgeted. Like my birthday is the first week in January and we have a sinking fund, which I can get more into sinking funds later. So we have the funds already allotted for my birthday, but we have like a budget for our restaurant spending, and we're not using it at all. We're not using our entertainment. We're not taking an allowance. I think it's just kind of like a refresher, like get into the new year, be able to put back as much money as we can to our debt. And we have a lot of stuff in our freezer, meat, because I'm kind of a meat hoarder. So what I'm going to be doing is a $20 a week budget for food for 2 people. And I kind of talked about this a few times before in blog posts, and I'll be sure to link those for you about what I do for budgeting. People were like, well, you can't eat healthy on that amount. Well, like, I'm not usually doing $20 a week, but my husband and I really don't eat much processed food at all. So I'll show you guys what I've picked up, and I'll tell you all about the process of doing my freezer inventory and seeing what I have in my pantries and then making my menu. So the first step for me was to go through my freezer, see all the protein that we have that I could turn into meals for us. And when I make a meal, since there are 2 of us, I usually make enough so that there are 4 servings. So we can have dinner and we can have lunch. My husband is big, like a big guy. Like he needs to eat more food than I do. And I've had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, so I just don't eat much anyway. So 4 regular servings feeds us perfectly because I give him a little bit extra carbs and I take less carbs. And it works out for us. So I'm going to show you how I did my freezer inventory. Almost fell. I just went with a piece of paper. I don't know if you can see this. This piece of paper just says in freezer, and I wrote down all the things. So I had a box of chicken pitas, which we'll use more as snacks. They're like little tiny chicken sandwiches. 1 large pizza, 1 large ham, 3 pounds of smoked pulled pork that's already smoked and pulled, which just has to be unthawed, dethawed, yes. 2 pounds of barbecue pork, 2 pounds of cubed chicken. So when I buy a pack of chicken, I prepare them and put them in the freezer before. I don't just throw like a huge chicken, like a chicken breast in there. I'll cube them so that I can use them easily in recipes. So I have 2 packages of cubed chicken, and then I have 1 package of chunks of chicken, which I would usually use in like a crock pot meal. 2 pounds of cubed steak, 1 pound of pork chops, 1 pound of lean ground beef, 4 small, like 3 to 4 ounce sirloin steaks, and 1 whole chicken. So that is almost enough, via my calculations, to get us through the whole month without having to buy too much protein. So what I did from there was I just wrote out, piece of paper type of gal, I wrote out every day on this list, 1 through 31, and I notated the days that I'm off work because I mean, I kind of plan around that. If I have more time in the evening, then I can make a cooler dinner. And then I also put in like dinner out. We're doing dinner out for my birthday, on my birthday. And then I also put in, I know that I'm going to my mom's for dinner one night. I know that I have a few events this month that I said I'll be at an event and I won't be at home for dinner, so I would want to make extra for leftovers for Brett, or, you know, leave him something that he can do easily because he doesn't cook much. Anyway, so I went through and I made my whole list. I will do my best to write all this out for you and what's on this list. I'll link things as I can, but I went through one of my new cookbooks and I put recipes from the new cookbook, so I'll leave that link for you below as well. It's a slow cooker cookbook. And I'll just let you know what we're having this week. So, I have back here random stuff on my phone. Anyway, I use the Erin Condren Life Planner. It says heavy into everything, heavy into everything. Apparently I'm heavy into everything. Anyway, I can do a whole video on my life planner if you want. I use it a pretty specific way. I used to get really fancy with all the stickers and everything, and now it's very much more for function for me, but I have been thinking about using stickers more. Anyway, let me know if you want a video about that, because I'll happily do it because I love my planner. I went ahead and I write in my planner right here, like at the bottom of the first box is where I write all the meals for the week. So on New Year's Day, we're going to be at my mom's. She always makes a big pot of hobo stew, which I do have the recipe for that on my blog, and I'll link it below. It's perfect. It has cabbage in it, and it's so budget friendly. It's ridiculous. It serves so much. The second day, we're having honey sesame chicken with rice and broccoli from Pinterest. On the third, we're having pulled pork with green beans and rice. On the fourth, we're having cube steak with mashed potatoes and green beans. And the fifth, we're having lime chipotle pork with rice and corn from that cookbook that I was telling you about. On the sixth, we're going to my mom's and she's making a birthday dinner for me. I've requested pot roast because I don't make them here and it sounded really good. And then on the seventh, we have tangy pork chops with broccoli and rice from that cookbook as well. So I have these in here. I know what days I'm going to do them, but I also know I can switch them around if I need to. If for some reason one night I'm just not feeling it, I can switch it around, and I do my shopping weekly. So now we're into my shopping haul. And today we spent $19. We still need to get bananas for breakfast because we're both going to have a banana for breakfast and eggs for breakfast. I'm just scrambling some eggs a few days in advance and we can eat the eggs and have banana, and that's a super easy breakfast. And there was something else. I need to get a lime. They didn't have limes at either of the grocery stores we went to. And if you're wondering, we went to Aldi, which is my absolute favorite, and I have so many videos planned about Aldi because so many people underutilize Aldi. I swear it's the best store. And the other store we went to is Ruler Foods, which is very similar to Aldi, but it is actually like Kroger brand warehouse type of store. My husband likes Ruler Foods better than Aldi, but I'm the Aldi fan. If you're shopping more for healthier foods, Aldi is the place to go. If you and your family are really shopping for more budget foods, but like processed foods, Ruler Foods is probably a better place for you to go. Anyway, I'm just going to get into it and show you what I got. So we got 3 dozen eggs. I already have a dozen in there. They were $1.09 at Aldi, which is way more expensive than they usually are. They're usually like 49 cents to 89 cents. So I only got one, and I was like, we'll see how much they are at Ruler. And at Ruler, they were 84 cents, so I grabbed 2 more there. I grabbed a big bag. I think it's a 5-pound bag. I'm very wrong. It's a 10-pound bag of potatoes. They're just russet potatoes. They were on sale for $2 at Aldi. Kroger Worcestershire sauce. One of the recipes that I'm using calls for this, and I did not have it. Aldi, we got honey barbecue sauce, which also $1. I got 2 cans of corn from Aldi. 2 cans of their Fit and Active cream of mushroom, and both of these were 48 and 49 cents each. I got this huge bag of jasmine rice. It has 50 servings in it, and I eat half a serving of rice when I eat it, if that. sometimes more like a third of a serving of rice when I eat it, but I like having rice. I just do. I like having some sort of starch in my meals, and I feel like that's okay. So, I got the jasmine rice. This is the best one. I've gotten it before, but I haven't gotten it in a while. So I was glad to get this big bag. It's just under $5, but it packs a punch. You can also just get the white rice there. It's just a few bucks, and I think it's about the same size. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that. I got an avocado for 69 cents. 2 crowns of broccoli for $1.49. Some fake butter. Tastes like butter brand because I just feel like it. Actually, I need it for eggs, and if I want to put like a buttery taste into things, I just use this. I don't care. I know people are like all into certain types of butter. Don't care. This is fine for me, and it's $1.19. A big bag of onions, and my hack with onions is onions usually last quite a while, so I'll keep a few out, but then I also, oh, I noticed this one looks like it's going bad. Dang it. I will chop them up and put them in the freezer, so this will last for the whole month. And that's it. That's what we got for the month, so, or for the week. If you guys like this type of video and you're interested in seeing how my month continues to progress with using this no spend type of mentality and really planning out my meals in regards to budgeting, then go ahead and subscribe so you can see more videos. Leave me comments below. Have you ever tried something like this? Would you try something like this? Do you think I'm crazy? I think that it'll be fine. I really do, and I'm excited about it. So if you have any tips or tricks for me, be sure to leave them in comments below. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.